If you're over 50 with type 2, you need to see this. Watch how Chris Bornman defied his amputation and reduced his blood sugar from over 1,000 to the low 90s in this free demonstration video.
Hello, my name's Chris Bornman. I'm from Northern Indiana. They tried to test my blood sugar and it was so high, nothing went that high. I don't remember what, 1,600 or something like that. I was in a boat. I was bow fishing. I lost my balance and my feet dropped down into a hole in the boat, and I proceeded to fall out of the boat, but my feet were stuck. I just thought I'd sprained my ankle. Then it got worse. I hate medical doctors. I hate hospitals. I've never had health insurance on myself. And when I got to the hospital, they checked me out. I had a bone infection that had gotten into my bloodstream. I was in trouble. They x-rayed my ankle, and the next day the surgeon came in and told me I'd been walking on a shattered, dislocated ankle for 5.5 months. For 5.5 months, I worked, walked, played on a shattered, dislocated ankle. And I guess because of some neuropathy, some of the pain had to have been masked. And the only option was to remove my right leg about 5 inches below my knee. And so on September 24th, that's what they did, along with my wife and my daughter and son-in-law that live next door. And they all prayed with me as I entered the operating room. I was in the hospital for over a week, in the nursing home for over a week, and I spent 2 months in a wheelchair. I got my prosthetic in early December, and getting the infection cut off and removed from my body helped my blood sugar. But when I came home, I was still on 3 medications. My blood sugar, I was having trouble keeping it below 300. It was a struggle to be patient with those around me because I'm not used to depending on anybody. And I felt like I did a pretty good job of letting them know that I was going to be okay. I was going to be strong. This was something that wasn't going to stop me. Somehow my poking around on the internet, one of Joe Barton's type 2 diabetes reversal kit workbook, and in January my A1C was 8.5, but with the help of Joe Barton and Dr. Saunders, the doctors had me go off of almost all of my blood sugar medications, and I had real high blood pressure. They took me off of almost all of my blood pressure medication. Basically, since I have been on your program, most of the time it's been below 150. I no longer wake up 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night. A couple of weeks ago, I walked 9 holes with my grandchildren golfing. And now my new dream, instead of living into my 60s, I'm convinced I'm going to live into my 80s and maybe my late 80s. Good news is, to my grandson, my health has improved. The bad news is I'm probably going to live long enough that I'm going to spend most of your inheritance. We celebrated my birthday. I turned 58 on Sunday. We ate out, which has been rare. I was getting ready to check my sugar Saturday night, and I thought, okay, this is probably going to be high. And for the first time, I got below triple digits. I was 94, and I'm optimistic that it's going to continue to help. I've been blessed with finding this group of people, and blessed at how they have been able to help me and spread the news that diabetes can be controlled and reversed, and it's a great program. Trust in the Lord, make a decision, have good people help you. You make a decision, you accept it, but the bottom line is it's going to be okay. There's really nothing that I can't do. With you guys' help in dropping the medications, all that is improving, and I'm thankful. And I'm extremely indebted and humbled and amazed at what you guys do. I can't thank you enough.
Hey, I'm Joe Barton, and honestly, I get choked up every time I think about Chris Bornman's incredible story. Can you imagine facing an amputation, grappling with a dangerous 1,600 blood sugar level, and then making a complete 180 to a healthier, med-free life? That's Chris for you. Chris's secret weapon? Our blood sugar grocery list, which spotlighted a particular food that battles high blood sugar and sugar resistance all at once. But there's more. Chris adopted my super straightforward 3-step routine for healthier blood sugar habits. Now believe me, it's so simple that anyone can follow it, and I'm going to break it all down for you in this video. And the best part? It's all doctor approved. No matter if you've had type 2 for years or decades, it's never too late. Folks from their 60s to their 90s and beyond are turning their health around using this plan. But first, let's talk about one major change Chris made that skyrocketed his progress, and it's about 3 popular morning drinks. People think they're healthy, but boy, are they wrong. These drinks, they can fast-track type 2, insulin resistance, and even neuropathy, which, as you know, can cause blindness and worse, amputation. You might even be sipping on these diabetic death drinks right now without a clue about their impact on your blood sugar. But don't stress, I'm about to lay it all out for you. Ready to dive in? All right, let's go. In 3, 2, 1.
Joe Barton here, and there are 3 drinks that you might think are healthy, but are absolutely crippling you from the inside out and shortening your lifespan. Now, if you don't stop drinking these unhealthy drinks, I'm sorry to say, but you're in for a lot of pain and suffering. These drinks are known and believed by true health experts from around the world to cause type 2 diabetes. The first drink is diet soda. You've been lied to that diet soda is healthy for you, but there are 2 huge reasons why anyone with blood sugar issues like diabetes needs to stay far away from drinking diet soda. The first thing it does is it tricks your pancreas into thinking that it's getting sugar, because your pancreas gets signals of, the sweets are here, to which it then releases insulin into your bloodstream. But the problem with that is there's no sugar for the insulin to attach to. And so you've got excess insulin in your bloodstream, and your body starts to crave real sugar until it's satisfied. Have you ever seen someone drinking a huge diet soda and chasing it with a king-size Snicker bar? Well, I have, and that's how it happens. So you've got all this insulin in your bloodstream, which makes your body store fat. And then you eat sugar anyway to satisfy that craving. And well, you can just see the problem with that whole situation. Now, try doing this day after day, week after week, and eventually your pancreas starts to sputter and your cells become insulin resistant. And insulin resistance is the definition of type 2 diabetes. It's a nightmare and a ticket to an early grave. Now, once you get type 2 diabetes, you're looking at the real possibility of amputations, kidney failure, blurred or blocked vision and blindness, a high risk of heart attack, and sudden stroke. But I have some good news for you. And before I share with you the other 2 supposed health drinks that you absolutely want to avoid, right now I want you to watch this important video from my good friend Lon. He's going to show you some important missing ingredients that you're missing in your life, but they can be found in a tasty pastry. Watch all the way to the end, and I'll tell you the other 2 drinks to avoid.
Hi there, my name is Lon, and these are cinnamon rolls. And in a few minutes, you'll find out how these tasty pastries contain a real ingredient that reverses diabetes. Now, this presentation is for you if you have diabetes, if you have pre-diabetes, or if you love someone who does. Right now, you're probably frustrated about your diabetes, perhaps even a little scared. Maybe you're already suffering from some of the uncomfortable symptoms that are caused by diabetic drugs. Many diabetics are plagued with poor circulation and vision problems, both a constant reminder that they're in danger, that their health is like a ticking bomb just waiting to go off. Maybe you worry you're going to suffer from neuropathy, lose your vision to glaucoma, or even need to have fingers, toes, or even limbs amputated. It's a scary place to be. Watch this short video until the end to discover the weird natural remedies that reverse diabetes in as little as 4 weeks, without taking insulin, sticking yourself with needles, and definitely without ever having to take even more dangerous meds that destroy your body's natural healing response system. Watch this short video until the end to discover the 3 dangerous but common doctor recommendations you absolutely must avoid if you want to cure your diabetes. Now, just a bit of fair warning. I do not know how long this video will be online. We're giving away so much free and hard to find diabetes remedy information that we may end up making this a paid presentation. So watch this now while it's still online and still free. Now, you may think you've seen and heard it all when it comes to diabetes remedies, yet I can guarantee that you've never seen all of these little-known, safe, natural diabetes remedies before. This is entirely different. It's nothing like the popular diabetes remedy products, books, or programs you may have seen or even tried. So prepare to be shocked by what I reveal to you today. And remember, what I'm sharing will finally allow you the freedom of cure for your diabetes without cramping your lifestyle, and give you some of our best diabetes remedy secrets to make sure you get the reduced blood sugar levels you desire, quickly, painlessly, and in a unique way that's actually fun and easy to do. First, I need to tell you a story. A story that seems kind of dramatic, yet it's one you absolutely need to hear because it will reveal more about how you too can cure your diabetes than anything I know. Deal? Diabetes is the plague. Here's some data from the 2011 Diabetes Fact Sheet compiled by the American Diabetes Association. 25.8 million children and adults have diabetes. 18.8 million have been diagnosed. 7 million are undiagnosed. 79 million people have pre-diabetes. And that's just in America. It's getting worse all over the world with the spread of SAD, S-A-D, the standard American diet. The scariest part is, it's totally preventable, reversible, and curable. Now, here's the good news. You can be cured of diabetes and the underlying reason that's causing it in less than 4 weeks from now, using these specific, unique home remedies we've discovered. Before I get to your solution, let's get a few things straight. You might be the victim of a lot of misinformation. If you are frustrated with your diabetes diagnosis, if you're tired of sticking yourself with needles, if you're tired of taking expensive and dangerous drugs, if you're sick to death of eating bland, tasteless, and boring food, all while seeing no results, you're going to want to hear what I have to say. You're going to want to watch this entire video to the very end. If you've ever worried about the possibility of your diabetes causing a heart attack, blindness, stroke, or amputations, or any of the other horrible side effects of this disease, this could be the most important video you ever watch. Here's the good news. You can stop and reverse diabetes, prediabetes, syndrome X, and other blood sugar woes once and for all, and you can do it in 4 weeks or less. And when you're done, your doctor will confirm you have been healed of diabetes. Remember, earlier I mentioned the 3 doctor-recommended treatments you should avoid if you want to cure diabetes. So, what are these 3 treatments, and why should you avoid them? Well, first, a quick lesson. When you have diabetes, your blood glucose levels are too high. This is because glucose remains in your blood instead of entering cells where it belongs. Now, for glucose to get into a cell, you need insulin, and your cells have to be hungry for glucose. If you have type 1 diabetes, you just don't make insulin. Conventional wisdom tells us that means insulin shots are the only way to keep your blood glucose levels down to normal. If you have type 2 diabetes, you have 2 problems. First, you don't make quite enough insulin, and second, the cells of your body don't take in glucose as eagerly as they should. That leads us to the 3 conventional treatments for diabetes. Number 1 is oral medication. The first line of treatment by the medical community is, of course, pills. You can only use the pills to manage your diabetes if you have type 2 diabetes. Even taking the pills, they work best along with meal planning and exercise. You should be aware that diabetes pills don't work for everyone. Another important thing to know is diabetes pills sometimes stop working after a while. And the most interesting part? Nobody knows why. Even worse, you might still need to take insulin. And pills may not control your blood glucose levels during stressful times. You see, stress causes blood glucose levels to shoot up. Treatment number 2 is insulin therapy. Now, insulin is a body hormone made by the pancreas. People with diabetes are prescribed insulin either because their bodies don't produce insulin, type 1 diabetes, or don't use insulin properly, type 2 diabetes. Reasons you may start on insulin could be your blood glucose levels, the time you've had diabetes, other medicines you're taking, your general overall health. You can't take insulin as a pill, by the way, because it gets broken down during digestion. So it has to be injected into the fat underneath your skin. That's the only way for it to get into your blood. You must be very careful with the timing and dosage of your insulin. Taking the wrong amount or taking it at the wrong time can cause problems. Many people don't like having to always carry insulin, and lots of us don't like sticking ourselves with needles. Treatment number 3 is other injectables. Now, besides insulin, there are 2 other injectable drugs used to treat diabetes. Symlin is a synthetic form of the hormone amylin. Amylin is produced along with insulin. Amylin, insulin, and another hormone, glucagon, work together to maintain normal blood glucose levels. Byetta is the first in a new class of drugs called incretin mimetics. Byetta is a synthetic version of a naturally occurring hormone that was first discovered in the saliva of the lizard we know as the Gila monster. No joke. While these drugs have been shown to be helpful, remember, they are new drugs. We don't know any of their long-term effects. And since they cannot be taken at the same time as insulin, they can make life complicated, risky, and confusing. As you can see, traditional medical approaches have a lot of negative side effects. The good news for you is this. Not only did we figure out how to cure your diabetes and eliminate drugs and needles, we figured out how to do it naturally, safely, and quickly. I'll share our discoveries with you in just a moment, so keep watching. Here at Barton Publishing, we're really a lot like you, just average people who just so happened to be committed to helping people. And because of our experience helping many thousands of sufferers through all their pain, and by the way, there's a real number there, thousands. Here's a map, in fact, of where our most recent 15,000 customers live, all over the place. Because of this experience that we have, helping all of these people, we discovered a blueprint, a diabetes solution that finally allows regular folks to return your blood sugar levels to normal in just 4 weeks, without dangerous drugs, strenuous exercise, or weird diets. To lower your insulin dosage, or even eliminate insulin altogether with your doctor's astounded approval. To cure the root cause of your diabetes instead of just treating the symptoms, which is what traditional methods do, often with fatal results. It's more effective than drugs, and much safer too. You can stop type 1 diabetes in its tracks and completely reverse type 2 diabetes using simple home remedies and your body's natural systems. By the way, it's so inexpensive, it might as well be free. And once you realize how much you've saved in medical fees, you'll realize it's better than free. And best of all, it's proven to be simple and easy to use by patients and former diabetics all over the world. You can do this. You can look and feel as if you were genetically gifted and as if you were never sick to begin with, and cure your diabetes in as little as 4 weeks. This solution kit is so powerful that it's guaranteed to work. Obviously, this is the new way of treating diabetes where you get to live needle-free without expensive, dangerous drugs, and it will change your entire life. And I'll cover all the specifics and details in just a few minutes with you, so keep watching. But first, you absolutely must be told the truth. You have to know about the real problem, the real reason you're struggling with diabetes today, and it will surprise you. Because it's the one thing that's been holding you back from getting free from pills and pokey needles, and the reason why so many folks have failed to cure their own diabetes for years. The real problem is the fact that you've been lied to for years, and these lies are keeping you from the pain-free, diabetes-free life you desire and deserve. One of these lies is that you have to take the pills or the needle. I bet you've heard that, or maybe even believed this at one point in your life. Yet, this is not even close to the truth. If you are one of the millions who fell victim to this lie, then you must decide now to believe the truth instead. Because if you don't, you'll continue down the road of the suffering sick. Your pills and needles and their side effects and pain can make you worse, halting your body's natural healing process dead in its tracks. And eventually, no matter how strong you are, you simply give up. You give up on curing your diabetes and on your dream of a normal life. Listen, this is not what I want for you, and I know it's not what you desire for yourself. And this is the reason that your struggle with diabetes is not your fault. If you really want to blame something for your struggles with diabetes, don't blame yourself. Blame the big pharmaceutical companies who peddle pills for profit. You've been bombarded for almost as long as you've been alive with false, misleading claims from these crooks. and they depend on your suffering to make a buck. All the misinformation out there that the big pharma industry loves to exploit is enough to confuse anybody. It confused me for years. Amazing, isn't it? The truth is, you should never, ever just accept that you must take these dangerous drugs, even for a few days. Why? The side effects are often worse than the disease itself. Plus, the relief they bring is short-lived and diminishes over time. Now, there's another lie. And this one is the granddaddy of all the diabetes lies. This is the lie that you have to just accept this disease and adapt to your limitations. Well, guess again. This is as wrong as it gets. If you believe this lie, let me tell you what will happen to you. Your pain and agony will increase without an end in sight, and your hope and joy will slowly die out. And of course, you may already know that diabetes increases your risk of heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, neuropathy, glaucoma, and even blindness or amputation. Well, just like that first nasty lie, there's some good news. You are not to blame for falling for this lie. The real villain here is certainly not you. It's actually the same crooks who sold you the first lie. Now, I like Big Pharma when they help, and they often do. Yet the sad fact is most Big Pharma companies don't know squat about how to cure your diabetes. That's because most of them have never looked for safe, natural remedies and healing foods. And very few understand the power and principles behind alternative health remedies. Now that you know the problem, that your healing has been held back due to lies you've been told, let's dive into the specific tips I promised you today. These are the same tips that countless thousands have used to successfully achieve the diabetes-free life they desire and deserve. And the most important of these tips is our famous Weird Spice Kitchen Cabinet Cure. I'll go into specifics on the Weird Spice Kitchen Cabinet Cure in just a second, so by all means keep watching. The good news is your cure is not really complicated. It's actually simple, and you only need to focus on 3 things. First, you absolutely need to know about the one thing you must avoid if you want to cure your diabetes. Actually, this is not really going to surprise you. Improve your diet to eliminate foods high in processed sugar and carbs. Avoid refined sugars, breads, and most white stuff. You don't have to go crazy, and so much of this is easy. Just cut out the obvious stuff like ice cream and sugary soda. Just doing this one tip will help you begin to lower your blood sugar quick and easy. Just picture it. You make this small change, and without sacrificing other foods you can enjoy, you're on your way to a diabetes-free life. Isn't that an awesome thing to imagine, all from such a simple tip? Of course, you might wonder how you can do this, especially if you've tried to control your eating and failed. Here's the good news. 90% of controlling what you eat is your mindset. When you know how to make this internal shift in your thinking, and it's easy, you'll find this first step to be easy as well. Now, how would you like to actually enjoy taking the simple, easy steps you know will cure your diabetes and make you feel great like you once did? If you take advantage of this next simple tip, you will, and you'll also improve your general health. All you need to do is a simple, easy change in your lifestyle. Not a diet or crazy exercise, but just one thing that requires just a simple pen and paper. I want you to write down 5 foods you know are good for you and that you enjoy. Just 5 for now, okay? Foods that are high in nutrients and low in fat and sugar, like low-fat cheese, yogurt, milk, or lean beef, vegetables you enjoy, chicken, beans. Come on, there are thousands of great-tasting foods that are good for you, and you already know what they are. Once you get your list, your next task is super simple. Refuse to eat foods except the good ones you love. This sounds very obvious, but guess what? Most people believe that they have to give up all good foods and eat only the ones they hate to cure your diabetes. That is a lie. Now, we have compiled a complete shopping list of diabetes healing foods for you, but more about that in a minute. And it gets even better, by the way. Here comes the really big, massive, crucial tip. Now, here's a warning. Without using this one, tip number 3, you can forget about those other tips helping you cure your diabetes. This is the tip that will allow you to live life just like when you didn't have diabetes at all, while still enjoying as much of many of your favorite foods as you want. It's our exclusive, weird, and now famous kitchen cabinet cure. We've become well known for discovering weird cures for many modern ailments, cures you may already have the ingredients for in your own kitchen cabinet. And that is just what we have for you today. The kitchen cabinet remedy for diabetes. If you don't already have some of the ingredients, you can get them easy, safe, and cheap at your grocery store or local health food store. You can be cured of diabetes and the underlying problems that cause it. Before you wake up tomorrow, that process can begin using a unique home remedy we've discovered. Here's one of our most powerful remedies that has become famous because of our program. We call this the Double C Diabetes Remedy, and here is a hint. Remember earlier, I promised to show you how these tasty pastries contain a key ingredient that reverses diabetes? Well, here's the deal. The secret ingredient in those cinnamon rolls is cinnamon. While I don't recommend you consume your cinnamon in the form of pastries, I do recommend you add this spice to your diet. It's been proven to help metabolize glucose and to fight free radical damage to your cells, and that happens when you have high blood sugar. Even better, studies show cinnamon also lowers cholesterol, protecting against heart disease and metabolic syndrome. It seems too good to be true that this delicious and familiar spice is a diabetes super nutrient. But research over the last 5 years validates the magic. So, what's the other C in the Double C Diabetes Remedy? Since the first one was cinnamon, well, here it is. Chromium picolinate. Chromium is an essential mineral that aids the body in the process of producing energy from glucose. Chromium also increases the efficiency with which insulin transports glucose from the bloodstream into the body's cells. Chromium picolinate is recommended because it's one of the more easily absorbed forms of chromium. Using cinnamon and chromium together in the correct combination is a cornerstone to our entire natural remedy for diabetes. We've put together a complete step-by-step system that our customers are raving about to relieve your diabetes using safe, natural, and proven alternative treatments and home remedies. You don't need to search any further. We've done all the work, so all you need to do is read the reports, put it to use, and get on with enjoying your life again without the miseries of diabetes. Our reports will help arm you with the tools necessary to control the adverse effects of the disease through proper diet, natural remedies, and preventative treatments. When you take the first step to educate yourself about diabetes, you will begin a lifetime of health that will not only help you with diabetes, but will have a positive impact on your entire life. Okay, now that was a lot to cover, and you may be feeling overwhelmed or confused, and that's okay. Basically, this means you have two choices on where you go from here. Choice number one, take the information in this presentation and try to go at it alone. And who knows? You may see some success if you took really careful notes. Or there's choice number two, the smart choice. This is the quickest, easiest, and smartest way to get the relief and healing you deserve. Let us do the work for you. And you know, we already have. Why start from scratch and try to reinvent the wheel when we've laid out your exact step-by-step blueprint for curing your diabetes already? One that's been tested for years, one that's responsible for countless thousands of our customers living diabetes-free and healed of diabetes at last, without needles or dangerous, expensive drugs and their side effects. Here's what the vast majority of our clients who have diabetes or diabetes-like symptoms choose: the Diabetes Solution Kit. The Diabetes Solution Kit is the first all-natural diabetes remedy plan ever created that allows you to reverse diabetes. This radically simple plan will work for you even if you have high sugar, a lot of excess weight, diabetes complications, type 2 or type 1 diabetes, a family history of diabetes, or even if you think you've tried everything. Now, let me tell you what the Diabetes Solution Kit is not, just so you know exactly what you're about to experience. This is not yet another flaky cure or miracle pill plan. This is not some put magnets on your nose solution that promises something silly. You know, like realigning your chakras or something like that, something ridiculous. You've been lied to long enough. It's time for a solution that works without the gimmicks. And this is definitely not a big pharma approach that can harm your body forever. Rather, the Diabetes Solution Kit is the result of years of study analyzing the most successful long-term diabetes remedy case studies ever, as well as looking at the real reasons behind diabetes remedies failures. And now, starting today, their success can be your success too. The success patterns we studied and successfully duplicated give you the freedom to live free from needles and pills and finally reclaim the life you absolutely deserve. Before we go any further, it's only fair that I be absolutely 100% honest with you. If you are looking for that magic pill diabetes remedy answer, or if you want just another new age diabetes remedy fad, or some other plan that you already know will never ever work for you, then leave this page now. This program is for men and women who are ready to put down the flaky answers, yet still want the most proven way to achieve long-term diabetes remedy success. In short, there are no easy answers. Yet we've made this diabetes remedy plan as easy as it can get. So, if you're wanting the real answer to cure your diabetes, then here's what you can expect. If you want to learn about diabetes and the treatments, both traditional and alternative, that are available, if you want to improve your diet to eliminate foods that harm you, if you want to supplement your diet with diabetes-targeted vitamins and herbs, overcome the debilitating effects diabetes could have on your future health and wellness, put an end to pills, pokey needles, and the stigma and humiliation of diabetes, then the Diabetes Solution Kit isn't just a system for you, it is the only system for you. Maxie Valenzuela got our Diabetes Solution Kit, and she wrote in to say the following. In 6 days, my morning blood sugar dropped from 136 to 87, averaging over the next 5 days at 89, no higher than 94. Plus, I dropped 8 pounds too. Wow. Homer Ray wrote to us and said, I've been type 2 for 5 years. I read your Diabetes Solution Kit because I got help from your kidney stone report. I lowered my blood sugar almost immediately. In fact, as hard as it may seem to believe, this is the truth. 129 of the last 140 people who tried our diabetes remedy experienced a positive healing response. Let's take a look at what you receive inside your copy of the Diabetes Solution Kit. First, you get Natural Remedies for Diabetes, a comprehensive guide to diabetes and the treatments, both traditional and alternative, that work. You also get your personal meal and exercise planner. It's simple, it's easy to follow, and you won't even have to ever think about this again. It's done for you. You'll see plans that are simple, safe, and effective treatments for your diabetes. As you've probably noticed by now, the Diabetes Solution Kit is by far the easiest diabetes cure to follow, as it allows you to treat your diabetes cheaply, safely, and easily, giving you back your lifestyle freedom. The results come fast, too. In fact, many Diabetes Solution Kit users report that they get their diabetes reversed in as little as 4 weeks. And that is pretty amazing, considering they are seeing these results and experiencing this transformation while living a normal life. Now, you may believe that a system that can do this and all this for you would cost a pretty penny. And in all honesty, it really should. After all, this system has helped thousands of folks just like you cure their diabetes quickly. The price of the Diabetes Solution Kit system sold by itself is valued at $97. Yet, you're not just receiving the Diabetes Solution Kit system today. Just for watching this presentation, I'd like to give you, free of charge, these value-added bonuses to help you cure your diabetes even faster. The Low Blood Sugar Cookbook, a value of $27, yours free. And here's your second free gift, the Carb Counting Cheat Sheet that takes all the thinking out of this process. Worth $27, this is yours free. And here's your third free gift, the Diabetes Solution Kit Grocery List. No more wondering, what should I buy? What should I not buy? Now you have a list that you can choose all your favorite foods from. This is a $27 retail value. It's yours free today. Now, you can see why the Diabetes Solution Kit is valued at $97. Even without the bonuses, this is a steal. And if you bought the bonuses by themselves, your total investment today would be over $100. However, just for watching this presentation today, I have a much better deal coming your way. Just keep watching, as it won't last much longer. Of course, you could choose to just continue on the path you're on right now and pay 10, 20, maybe even 100 times this much money in the next near future in the form of more expensive drugs, doctors, etc. And let's not even talk about deadly heart problems, strokes, and other complications that will eventually happen if you just keep doing what you're doing now. And that isn't what I want for you. So let's make this a really easy decision, okay? I feel you deserve to know why I'm about to offer you such a massive discount today. So let me share my dream with you. It's not just my dream, it's a cause that I'm inviting you to join, along with thousands of other folks just like you who are ready to reinvent their health, reinvigorate their life, and replace dangerous drugs with healthy, safe, alternative kitchen cabinet cures. And above all, to share that new health with the world. A few years ago, we here at Barton Publishing set an inspiring goal. We dedicated our company to helping thousands of men and women heal their bodies and keep their healing for life. And if you remember, I showed you earlier our most recent 15,000 people whom we've helped, that we feel are part of our family here at Barton Publishing. And since then, we've helped thousands and thousands do more than just get healed. Yet, we thought that was a great start, because that's thousands upon thousands healed, saved, and delivered from suffering. Can you imagine it? How much joy that would create? How many happier kids that would make? How many other people would be inspired by this cause? The bottom line, we decided that we absolutely need to let as many folks as possible join in this cause, a cause that we call our mission. The good news? That means a much lower price for you, because we want you to join the cause, and we don't want finances to stop anybody. So let's add your healing to the cause, starting right now. That means that today, you will not be paying the retail value of the Diabetes Solution Kit and the bonuses. Not even close. So your investment today will not be $178, which is the total value of all the components added together. Not even half of that. Not even $67. Your total investment today, which includes the Diabetes Solution Kit system and all the bonuses you see above, is now
only one payment of $19.97.
Listen, don't even decide right now. Take advantage of our unconditional 365-day guarantee. Just try the Diabetes Solution Kit system for yourself for a full 365 days, a year. If you don't cure your diabetes as you expect in those 365 days, or if you don't see immediate relief, or even if you just don't like the way the books are designed, you don't like the font face we used, you name it, we'll gladly refund every penny. Look below this video right now. Click on the orange button that says Add to Cart to claim your discounted price now.
Your total value is over $175. Yet today, if you act now, it's all yours for just one payment of $19.97.
Remember, it's not just a great bargain you're getting today. You'll be joining in on the biggest diabetes remedy movement in history. You'll be part of an ever-growing lifestyle-friendly diabetes remedy community. Click on the orange button that says Add to Cart to claim your discounted price now. You'll be granted immediate access to everything, the Diabetes Solution Kit system and all the bonuses. It's all digital and downloadable. No need to wait for anything in the mail. Remember, you've been struggling with your diabetes for far too long, and the pain of continuing in a state of inaction will only lead to more despair, more frustration, and continued decline. Yet, all of this can change the moment you begin applying the Quick Start principles in the Diabetes Solution Kit system. Picture the moment you finally have the answer you've been looking for and begin the path to the healthy you. You feel alive, full of hope and optimism. You see the disease reverse today and every day thereafter. You are experiencing the energy, vitality, and life-changing, life-renewing results you deserve at long last. Yes, it's true. Your diabetes suffering and shame, up until today, has largely been no fault of your own. But now, you know the truth, that you've been lied to by all the expensive drug company solutions and the false promises no one stands behind. Today, because you know the truth, marks your day to take responsibility, to take the action necessary to put an end to the lies and begin anew on a true, lifestyle-friendly diabetes remedy plan that simply works. And unlike those phony solutions, this one is guaranteed to work. Try it for 365 full days and see the results you desire, or you pay absolutely nothing. Plus, you're always minutes away from an answer from our friendly support staff. You've heard from everyday men and women, folks just like you, who have seen incredible success with the Diabetes Solution Kit system. Now, let's hear from the expert.
Hi, I'm Dr. Scott Saunders, a leading functional medicine doctor specializing in metabolic issues like type 2. I've been the medical advisor to Barton Publishing since 2007. It's amazing how we've been able to help over 1 million people with their worries using natural methods that really work. Folks call me all the time asking if Barton Publishing is legit, and the answer is yes. Not only do I approve what Barton Publishing teaches, I use the same information to help my own patients every day.
Wow, thanks Dr. Saunders. Now look below this video right now. Click on that orange button that says Add to Cart to claim your discounted price now. You'll be granted immediate access to everything, the Diabetes Solution Kit system and all the bonuses. Immediately after your order, you need to download this one, the Natural Remedies for Diabetes book. Then flip to the first page to begin your healing process. Remember, you'll also be receiving the complete new edition of Natural Remedies for Diabetes. This is your easy-to-follow formula for a lifestyle-friendly diabetes remedy system that incorporates all the healing cures every week. You'll also be getting the personal meal and exercise planner so you can immediately increase your pain relief, your lowering of your blood sugar, and your overall healing. You'll also get the grocery list, a book that will save you a fortune in groceries and supplements. And you'll be receiving the carb counting cheat sheet, your secret weapon for staying on track with the plan without having to think about carbs or count them because we've done it for you. And you'll get our super bonus,
the Diabetes Reversal Resource Guide, a massive all-in-one reference that contains all of the information and all of our other reports compiled into one convenient, handy resource guide. Just do not put this off 1 second longer. Here's why. First, as you recall, we lowered the price by over half, so you can just jump in right now. Eventually, though, we're going to raise that price back up to where it really deserves to be. So act now before that happens. And let's not forget, unless you take action now, today, you may never take action. You may do what some people do and put it off. Just a few more days, which will turn into a few more months, then a few more years. So let's make sure you get what you really want. And do the only smart thing you can do. Take advantage of this limited time offer while you still can. And wisely get on the right path to a sane, simple, and friendly journey to curing your diabetes today. Click the Add to Cart orange rectangular button below, and let's get you started now. Remember, here's everything you're getting. The Natural Remedies for Diabetes book, the complete new edition. It's your easy-to-follow formula for a lifestyle-friendly diabetes remedy system that incorporates all the healing cures every week. You're also getting your personal meal and exercise planner, so you can immediately increase your pain relief and overall healing. And the Diabetes Solution Kit Grocery List, a book that will save you a fortune in groceries and supplements. And the Carb Counting Cheat Sheet, your secret weapon for staying on track with the plan. And finally, our super bonus, the Diabetes Reversal Resource Guide, a massive all-in-one reference. Click the Add to Cart orange rectangular button below, and let's get you started now.
Okay, my friend, congratulations for making it this far. I know a lot of people who have a lot of head knowledge, but they don't take action, and thus they don't experience the benefits or positive results. But it looks like you're someone who wants to take action and live without diabetes bringing you down anymore. I guarantee the Diabetes Solution Kit is going to work for you, or I'll give you 100% of your money back. And you've got a full year to decide. So before you go, I wanted to share those other 2 diabetes death drinks that you want to avoid like the plague from now on. The first is low-fat milk. You're better off drinking full-fat milk for a couple reasons. First, because they add sugar to the low-fat milk to make up for the taste that they removed with the fat. And secondly, by not having that milk fat, your stop-eating hormones don't get triggered, and so you'll end up eating more calories, which hurts you. Now, full-fat milk has been proven by numerous studies to be much healthier for you. But better yet, consider stopping drinking cow's milk altogether and replace it with nut milk, like almond milk or coconut milk. I personally prefer a blend of the two. Now, the last of the 3 diabetes death drinks is fruit juice. Now, don't get me wrong, fruit itself can be good for you, but only when you eat it with the fiber and the roughage that comes with it, and in limited quantities. Otherwise, if you're just drinking the juice, it goes straight to your bloodstream and skyrockets your blood sugar. In fact, the number one way for someone with hypoglycemia, or low blood sugar, to raise their blood sugar quickly is to drink a glass of orange juice. Well, inside the Diabetes Solution Kit, you'll find out which foods and drinks are best to actually help you reverse diabetes and restore your pancreas function to optimal performance. You'll join hundreds of thousands of others who have read the Diabetes Solution Kit and experienced diabetes reversal for themselves. You will feel confident as you read the Diabetes Solution Kit that you have everything you need to make healthy choices when you go to the grocery store or out to your favorite restaurants. And you'll be pleasantly surprised at the tasty foods that you can eat that are actually healthy for you. On the next page, I'm going to tell you about a surprise new development from Dr. Saunders regarding that double C remedy that Lon told you about, which you'll find out about right after you complete your purchase. Now, on behalf of Dr. Saunders, Lon, and our entire community of thousands of victorious diabetes reversal subscribers, we're rooting for you. We believe in you. You can do this.